Welcome to our November 2014 Snowflower Market Update. I'm Ron Wilstein, a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Properties Worldwide in Park City. I'm glad you're going to be joining me on this presentation. I'm going to cover three things. First of all, I'm going to give you an update on what's been happening in the Park City real estate market overall. Next, we'll turn our attention to the Snowflower condominium property in particular. And then, in light of Vail Resorts' purchase of the Park City Mountain Resort, I'm going to talk a little bit about that and what is anticipated in terms of property values as a result of that purchase. So with that in mind, let's hop right into it. Looking at Park City real estate sales, if you go back the last 12 months, there's been 1,311 sales in Park City. Now that consists of homes, condominium, and vacant land. That's all real estate companies combined. That's actually down by 85 sales, or 6% from the 12-month period the year before. Now let's break this down a little bit more. First of all, we have single-family homes, and on this graph here, the red bars represent the period of November 2013 all the way through to October 2014. The blue bars represent the 12 months prior to that. So we're comparing year over year. When we look at homes, we see the decline of 14% in terms of the number of sales. It went from 585 sales the year before to 502 this year. Condominiums also had a slight drop from 605 sales to 591 sales. That's down about 2%. And lots, vacant land, actually rose by 6% from 206 transactions to 218. And part of that is because we've had a limited supply of single-family homes in Park City, therefore fewer options for buyers, and buyers who could not find the property that was best suited for them often turn to vacant land to buy it and to build the home that they want. Now, what's happening in terms of prices? We're looking at here home medium sold prices for the same period, November 2013 through October 2014. And you can see within the Park City limits, the prices have actually climbed by 7%. The median sold price the year before was $1,216,250, whereas the past year it's been $1,300,000. In the Snyderville Basin, we saw a 9% increase from $707,500 to now a median sold price of $768,500. So nice appreciation in our single-family home markets. Turning to condominiums, within the Park City limits, we see a 5% appreciation growth from $509,000 now to $532,000 for the medium sold price for a condominium. In the Snyderville Basin, we see 6% increase from $321,350 to now $339,500. When we look at vacant land within the city limits where there's very limited land available, we saw no change. The median sold price year over year is still $550,000. But in the Snyderville Basin, it rose 4% from $300,000 to now $311,750. So the good news overall is, while we're seeing a decline in the number of sales, driven primarily based upon lack of inventory, not a slowness on the part of buyers to purchase. But that, of course, leads to increasing values, and so we're seeing nice appreciation. And while we want more inventory available to sell, we expect that the values will continue to work their way upward as we have seen over the past year. This graph here we pop out every now and then to go back to look at the very height of the market, and you can see the height of the market was in 2005 when we had 2,912 sales. Now this is homes, condominiums, lots. This is all the real estate brokerages combined. And then the bottom fell out of the market, and we had 4 consecutive years of declining number of sales. Altogether, it was a 77% decline in the number of transactions by the time we hit 2009. And then in 2010, the market started to turn, and we've had 4 years of consecutive increases in the number of sales. And we expect that 2014 will end up pretty close to the numbers of 2013, give or take a little bit. But we are concerned our limited inventory is probably going to result in a slowness of number of sales, as I've indicated by the earlier data. Now let's turn our attention to Snowflower and its real estate market. Again, I'm comparing year over year, and if we go back, look at the past 12 months, we've had 10 sales, which is up 11%, or one sale compared to the year before where there were 9 sales. So 11% increase, but again, sounds a little better than what it really is. It's one more transaction. Then I want to talk about absorption rate. And what absorption rate is this is the rate of sales based upon looking at the past 12 months, seeing how many sales occurred during that period of time, gives us a rate of sale. And at Snowflower, the rate of sale has been at a very nice pace of one sale every 37 days. Now, currently, there are 2 condos on the market at Snowflower, which equates to just a little over a 2-month inventory. It's not very much. Sales prices have ranged from a low of $390,000 to a high of $650,000 over the past year. The median sold price came to $447,000, which is actually down 6% from the previous year, which was $475,000. Again, we're looking at a pretty small sampling, so I won't draw huge conclusions from it, but that is what the data shows and suggests. Now, if you're interested in getting more details on the particular properties and sales that make up this data, just send me an email to ron@thewilsteinteam.com. I'll be happy to send you that data either by email or hard copy, and you can have that. Just ask. I do want to take a moment here to show you how you can get this same sort of information anytime you want on Snowflower. And what I suggest you do is just bookmark our website, BuyParkCityRealEstate.com, and then if you add /Snowflower, it will take you to a specific page on our website devoted to Snowflower. In fact, let me just take you there right now. Here we are on my website, and if we just go put in there BuyParkCityRealEstate.com /Snowflower, it takes you to this page. On this page, you're going to have a button, this green button, which will allow you to watch the current webinar on Snowflower condominiums. You're in effect watching that right now. But if you go to this maroon button, send me current sales data for Snowflower, when you hover over it, it changes colors. Just click on that and it takes you to a really easy form to fill out, and it's simply a current sales data request. So anytime you want to know what's happening at Snowflower, or frankly at any property in Park City, just fill in the applicable address or condo name, a few of these details, and then your contact information so we can get back to you. And if you have any particular questions in the comment section, just type them in, and then you just go down to this submit form button and send it in. I'll get the request, we'll send you the information by email, and you'll have it, and it's just that easy. While we're at this page, let me just back up one step. So on the Snowflower page, if I just scroll down, it will take you to the current inventory of Snowflower units. As I mentioned earlier, there's only 2 on the market. But this is a helpful section. You can hover over the picture, click on it, and it will take you to whatever listing is displayed there. And this is nice. It shows you a slideshow, if you will, of pictures of the property inside and out. You can also inquire about it with this button or request a showing. But I want to just highlight this information up here. If you're not familiar with Snowflower and its location, if you clicked on the map and directions button, it would take you to this map. And what's nice about this is it shows you where Snowflower is in relationship to the resorts here in Park City. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. This is important because sometimes people want to know where is Snowflower in relationship to the lifts, and here it clearly shows you that. The other nice feature is this bird's eye view tab here. Once you hit that, now you've got an overhead view of Snowflower. You can see swimming pools, the tennis court, the different phases, and where the parking lot is. So just good information available to you anytime you want it. It's there on the website. By the way, if you're interested in having information automatically sent to you, you can click the sign up button. There's no obligation. You put in your name, your email address, and you register, and that gives you the ability to actually save some searches that may be of interest to you. And the website will just automatically email you when new Snowflower units come on the market, or whatever you put in there if you're looking at other property. And no one will ever call you. Just get the information fast and easy. So that's available on the website, and that's a nice feature. All right, so let's go back to our presentation here. Let's talk about the Vail factor. This has certainly been in the news for the last several years. As many of you probably are well aware, that there's been a legal battle between Talisker Holdings and Park City Mountain Resort over who has rightful ownership to operate the resort there. Well, on September 11th of this year, Vail announced that Park City Mountain Resort agreed to sell them the resort, and they have taken over the ownership of the property. This is quite a stir here for us, because the ownership has changed. Now Vail Resorts actually owns and operates not only the Park City Mountain Resort, but Canyons Resort, and there's a lot of benefits that come by that. Of course, Vail has properties in Colorado, California, and other places. If you're interested in the details on the Vail Resort, Park City Mountain Resort story, it's available on our October Park City Market Talk webinar. And all you have to do is go to WillsteinTeam.com/Vail-PCMR. I go into great detail, tell you the whole story from the beginning to the end, and what happened to cause the legal battle and how it got resolved. Pretty interesting. So if you're not familiar with that, take a moment to watch that. But what we want to talk about here is the fact that Vail Resorts has taken over the Park City Mountain Resort. We're looking forward to many improvements at the resort, which in turn will be beneficial for the entire Park City community. Vail paid $182.5 million for PCMR, and they now control 2 of the 3 Park City resorts. Of course, Deer Valley remains privately owned. They're going to be making substantial investments into the resort, as they have to in the past to their other resorts, and as a publicly traded company, they haven't announced it yet, but we're going to be expecting a public announcement in great detail here in the next week or two. But what I do want to share with you, that which is clearly known and Vail announced from the very beginning, is that Vail intends to connect PCMR with Canyons for not this season, but next season, 2015-2016 ski season. That's going to create the largest single ski resort in the United States with over 7,000 skiable acres. So that's pretty exciting. 2 resorts are becoming one. What is occurring this ski season, effective immediately, is Vail's Epic Pass, which is the pass that they've made available at their resorts, whether it was Canyons or whether it was Vail and other resorts in Colorado or even in Europe. It's an interchangeable pass, not that you transfer it to other people, but it transfers to other resorts. So you could ski in Vail's resorts in California, Heavenly, you can ski in Colorado resorts, you can ski in some of the European resorts owned by them. Well, PCMR is now added to that. So with this one pass, you're able to ski 2 out of the 3 resorts in Park City. That's pretty great, and that's effective now. But what does this really mean for Park City real estate and the market in general here? And I want to share with you some information that my friend Rick Klein, who is a private mortgage broker at Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, has put together. And he likes to look at analysis, he likes to look at sales, see where the market is and where it changes. And the question that's been floating around, at least among the realtors in Park City and the public at large, is what impact will Vail's purchase of PCMR have on the real estate market? Well, what we're looking at here is we're looking at a graph that Rick prepared, and this deals with pending sales. Now, I'll tell you about the graph a little bit. First of all, the purplish, light purple boxes in each column represents condominium sales. These are the number of condominiums sold during the specified period of time, which is from September 12th, which is the day after the announcement, through October 31st, the end of October. The purple or maroonish box are single-family home numbers, and then the light yellows at the top of each bar is single-family lots, so vacant land. Now, what we see here is we see that there was a mild, modest increase from that same period of time, September 12th through October 31st, in October of 2012, and the increase in October 2013. But now we see a much more significant increase as we move into this year, post the announcement of Vail's purchase of PCMR. What we're seeing here is that when it comes to pending sales, these are agreements between buyers and sellers for purchases. Sales have increased by 41% above that same time period the year before. This is 87 units here that we're talking about here. Condo pending sales increased by 65%. So there does appear to be a Vail factor. There appears to be what has occurred is that buyers who were maybe sitting on the fence have made the decision, let's move forward, or they were just watching and waiting to see what would happen. And now the uncertainty is cleared up with clarity, and so they moved forward. So what does this mean for Park City real estate market? Overall confidence in the real estate market has definitely increased, and it will likely strengthen into the future. Buyers are definitely stepping up now and buying properties in Park City, whereas they were sitting a little bit on the fence before. And we should expect this will continue, particularly as we're entering into the ski season, which is a time when people enjoy the benefits of PCMR and canyons when they come skiing and riding. Homes and condominiums located near the base of the two resorts are likely to be the ones most positively impacted by Vail's purchase of PCMR. Homes and condominiums located in Park City's residential neighbors will see a minimum impact on property values as a result of Vail's purchase, but we're really not expecting that will have that much of an effect. The people who typically live in those properties were coming here anyway. They're not affected by the excitement of the resorts, although everyone who lives here is a skier or rider or certainly takes advantage of the mountain resources. Now, if you would like to learn how much your Snowflower condominium is worth in today's market, I want to just show you a quick way you can find out. Simply go to my website, BuyParkCityRealEstate.com, and scroll down to the section entitled Learn What Your Property is Worth and complete the form, or you can simply send me an email. But again, let me just take you to the website. Here we are on the website. That's the home page. You scroll down and you come to this section, Learn What Your Property is Worth in Today's Market. Identify your property, whether it's a home, condominium, or vacant land, number of bedrooms, bathrooms, roughly the square footage, and then again put your contact information there so we can get back to you. There's a couple questions which simply help you identify what information you want from us. Again, click the submit form button. I'll get that. We'll get you that information back, and we're here to provide that for you. And we want you to know that we're not going to call you. We're not going to bug you. Our philosophy in real estate is we want to provide you with helpful information, and hopefully when the time is right where you could use our assistance, you'll contact us. But we're not going to bother you or hound you. We're very busy with our own real estate business, but we are here for you. Those of you who want just additional information on what's happening at Snowflower, the Homeowner Association has their own website. You may already know this, but it is snowflowerhoa.com. Any questions, don't hesitate to contact me by email. If you'd like me to call you back, just leave your phone number and a preferred time, and I will be happy to do so. And finally, just to let you know, every single month we do a webinar called the Park City Market Talk. It's about 15 to 20 minutes long. We update it on the second Tuesday of each month, and it contains information like the first section of this webinar where we tell you what's happening in the market overall. And then we deal with topics that are on everybody's minds, and when, of course, the action was going on legally between Talisker and PCMR, we were reporting on that. Last month we reported on the hottest neighborhoods that are selling in the hottest condominium areas. Just want to keep you informed about any changes in the market, and so that's what we do through that monthly webinar. So, from Park City, Utah, thank you for joining us. Come up, ski, ride. The weather's good. We've got some good early snow, so we're pretty happy about that. Thank you for joining me, and have a great day. Bye-bye.